Why do some websites feel like they are a step ahead of others? I think that's a fair question everyone should ask. You can say a website is good because it looks sleek. You can say because it's intuitive. You might say because it's fast. And you can say because it brings business. And you're right, all of that counts. But how about becoming great? Let me explain. There are 3 basic checkpoints we'll cover today that any website should bring to the table to become blessed by the holy sanctity of websites. Let's think of a website as a store window. Depending on what you put in that window, the potential customer will have different experiences. Maybe there's a discount on a certain product. Maybe it's a carefully thought out layout that brings attention and invites you in. Maybe it's an expression of the brand with an over-the-top installation that states something bold, or maybe it just holds a logo or a type of business kind of sign and doesn't make much effort to pull you inside. All these scenarios serve a purpose and produce an outcome. Similarly, a website should be articulated towards benefiting different aspects of your business. Since it's effectively a digital storefront, it should primarily be considered a marketing resource. There are exceptions, of course, but generally the website's purpose is to serve as a marketing tool that improves, amplifies, pivots, and grows a business. The designer's job is to accurately audit the status and create a suitable plan. Maybe you need a website simply because your current facade isn't good enough, or maybe it feels outdated, disconnected from your recent achievements, or just misaligned with your current branding. Those reasons result in different sets of deeper needs, like communicating your vision, being easily understood, or serving as the door to new business. These aspects include your existing systems, how you get leads, how customers come in, your communication frequency, the team responsible for maintaining and updating the website, and your overall lead and client management apparatus. So the purpose changes depending on where the website sits in your buyer's journey. Maybe it's the front door. Maybe it's a final confirmation step. Maybe it's, inspiration or simply something for people to keep in mind. That strategic alignment behind each decision is what constructs an actually great website. So how do we achieve this? Well, that's a more complex question that you might think. Essentially, it works by orchestrating different aspects of your business and, understanding their implications, figuring out how your website integrates with them, right? We'll speak a bit more about it in a second. Let's revisit our earlier example. Consider a website that primarily serves as a showcase, whether it's a portfolio, agency website, or case study presentation. What's the true purpose of that portfolio? What are your goals for it? Where does your business stand currently? Which products or services should you feature, and what supporting offerings drive your business? These are questions web designers should ask to guide decisions on how the website is presented. In this scenario, visitors typically land after contacting you through social media, Google searches, or direct interactions from meetings or events. It's either top of funnel or a secondary step, warming up potential clients who need to understand your work and processes to initiate the buy-in process. For example, if your website merely displays your work without clear calls to action, vital purchase information, or if the case studies aren't engaging, images are low resolution, or there's a general sense of sameness, then it falls short and won't be considered good. Only when these needs and business achievements are aligned does the website start to become great. By the way, you can download an easy checklist I've created to help you evaluate if your website is serving its purpose effectively. Link down below. I highly recommend using it to audit your website. The first major pitfall is over-decorating instead of clarifying. When striving to be innovative or stand out, designers often fall into the trap of excessive decoration, filling the website with distracting and obtrusive elements. This approach typically backfires as it detracts from the core message and purpose of the website. Another significant mistake is being overly expressive with visuals. While beautiful design is important, some websites become so focused on showcasing fancy interactive features or visual effects that they lose sight of user guidance. It's like having a gorgeous storefront that's so elaborate and elevated that customers can't find the actual entrance. The key is to ensure that visual elements enhance rather than obstruct the user journey. The third common mistake is misalignment with your target audience. Many websites adopt trendy aesthetics or popular design patterns without considering if they match their business identity or audience needs. It's like applying a formal serif font for a tech startup's website or using playful graphics for a legal firm. The mismatch creates disconnect and confusion for visitors. Purposeful messaging is fundamental to website success. Rather than using vague, generic statements like "we craft unique experiences," your website should explicitly communicate three key elements. Who are you talking to? What specific problems you solve? And how you solve them. This clarity helps visitors quickly determine if your services match their needs. Think of your website's messaging as a conversation with your ideal client. Every headline, every piece of copy should contribute to telling your story and demonstrating your value proposition. This includes careful consideration of tone, vocabulary, and even the structure of your content. By the way, I have a full video over here if you're interested in understanding how this relates to your branding as well. Finding the sweet spot between comprehensive information and clarity is crucial. The goal is to provide enough information for visitors to, make informed decisions without overwhelming them, right? This means being, selective about what you present and how you present it. While some situations like legal requirements or complex products may require more detailed explanations, the general rule is, to say the least possible to effectively convey your message. This approach respects your visitors' time and attention span while ensuring they get all the necessary information. But what makes a good website so good that it becomes great?
Short answer, pulse.
Long answer, the integration of different brand systems create cohesiveness in messaging, intention, aesthetics, and value. Together, these elements create a memorable experience that works for your audience. When you feel there's a genuine interaction between you and the digital medium, you begin forming connections that feel authentic, intentional, and aligned with your goals. That's the moment when everything clicks and websites feel alive. When trying to achieve this, consider the role the website plays in your company. Often it serves as a storefront, but this should be fine-tuned to meet specific requirements. Its purpose, whether driving traffic elsewhere, converting customers, building brand awareness, showcasing case studies, etc. Integration with existing branding, the website should feel like a natural extension of your brand. Remember, brand comes first, then the website follows. What's in it for them? Always keep user value at the front when creating a website. These four pillars will create a site that breathes life and provides your users with an experience perfectly suited to your brand. Website maintainability is often overlooked, but critically important. Consider who will be responsible for updating and managing the website, whether it's a marketing team, a solo entrepreneur, or a technical team. Each of these groups have different, capabilities and needs. You need to design your website architecture and content management system accordingly. A marketing team might need, easy to use interface for content updates, while a technical team might prefer more advanced controls. The goal is to create a system that's, flexible enough for long-term use without being unnecessarily complex or over-engineered. Your website should function as a seamless extension of your marketing and sales ecosystem. This means, ensuring that your website not only attracts and engages visitors, but also effectively channels them into your sales funnel. Consider how your website connects with other business systems, from CRM platforms to email marketing tools. While not every website needs to be a direct sales tool, it should support and amplify your existing marketing and sales processes. It should make it easier to convert visitors into leads and leads into customers. And there you have it. You need to think of these three concepts for your website to become great. You have the purpose, the craft, and the pulse. Other than that, your website wouldn't stand out and it will become just, part of the rest. If you're interested in elevating your web presence, feel free to book a free strategy call to discuss your needs. I provide web design services focused on creating purposeful, well-crafted digital experiences. My approach ensures that your website aligns perfectly with your brand's identity and business objectives. Link below. Thanks for watching.